Moving on, in a major setback to Islamabad, the United Kingdom has added Pakistan to its list of 21 high-risk countries over money laundering and terror financing charges. Pakistan's multi-pronged design of backing terror outfits has become a subject of global criticism, and the country is continuously facing the backlash from international community for supporting and funding terror activities around the world. A report.
Pakistan continues to face global embarrassment for carrying a tag of a terror-promoting state. In the latest jolt to Pakistan, the United Kingdom, in its new amended regulations, has added Pakistan to the list of undesirable nations and has categorized it as high-risk country with unsatisfactory money laundering and terror financing controls. Pakistan shares this list with several conflict-ridden countries like Syria, Zimbabwe, and Yemen. The United Kingdom has accused Pakistan of terrorism financing and money laundering. Earlier in December, another report by British authorities blamed Pakistan for funneling dirty money to the UK.
This was a move that was seen to be coming, given Pakistan's consistent record of supporting terrorism through various means and for which also actively carrying out money laundering operations, not only in UK but across Europe. We already know how Pakistan financed 26/11 terror attack through a network which operated from Italy. Hence, I think it's a timely decision, and I'm sure the UK authorities will considerably clamp down on the resources that are now going to be available to Pakistan from that country, given the large diaspora of Pakistanis in UK.
The development comes as the Financial Action Task Force sword continues to hang on Pakistan. Pakistan had first figured in a FATF statement in February 2008. Later, this terror-sponsor nation got grey-listed several times for failing to implement effective measures to stop terror financing and money laundering in the country. Subsequently, Pakistan was again placed on the grey list in June 2018 and was given 2 years to clean up its act and 27 action points to deliver. In October 2020, a review was conducted and Pakistan failed to fulfill 6 out of 27 obligations. Pakistan was said to be blacklisted, but it did not happen. Even in the past plenary meeting in February 2021, it was saved again and given another extension. Now it has time till June 2021. However, Pakistan still risks being pushed into the blacklist if it does not fulfill its commitments to curb terrorism financing. Latest reports reveal that Pakistan may seek more time to complete the last 3 actions it has to take to exit the FATF's grey list, citing delays amid the pandemic and capacity constraints. This repeated story has also raised questions over FATF's credibility, for it has proven toothless against a terror state.
Pakistan's record on financing terrorism is concerned. It has been under stringent stipulations which have been laid down by the FATF for the past 2 years. As I recall, there were almost 20 plus impingements which were identified by the FATF, and they were supposed to clear them. Pakistan has yet to clear at least 4 to 5 very important conditions which have been laid down by the FATF. And as I believe, it will not be possible for Pakistan to overcome this, because this involves charge sheeting and taking action against the core terrorist leaders as Masood Azhar and Hafiz Saeed. But however, FATF has its own politics which was ongoing, and Pakistan always finds support from certain countries who make sure that it is not pushed into the blacklist.
With Pakistan's continuation in the grey list, it is increasingly becoming difficult for Islamabad to get financial aid from the International Monetary Fund, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, and the European Union, thus further enhancing problems for the debt-ridden nation, which is in a precarious financial situation. Regardless of all financial issues, Pakistan continues to use terrorism as an instrument of its state policy. Moreover, the country has found an escape route in its strategy of action before scrutiny. Whenever Pakistan has faced a decision on its grey list status, it has carried out similar actions that appear to be aimed more at ensuring a better outcome for itself at the FATF. Its arrest and conviction of Hafiz Saeed, Zakir Rahman Lakhvi and Masood Azhar in terror financing cases, the passing of anti-terrorism and money laundering laws in the Pakistan Assembly to bring them in line with FATF-mandated international norms, and the publication of new lists of terrorists at various times, all were timed before FATF reviews of Pakistan's status.